Shalom.
That we've received word that
Shalom. Kaholo Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rekah HaKadosh. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops, the elders, the prophets, and the teachers and evangelists of Great Millstone. Shalom to the speckled bird, the confused face, the Akim Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. And I don't necessarily have a title for this. I have a lot of videos. I probably won't play it all the way through for the ones that I have and get some scriptures, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to give this title yet, but we definitely are in 2nd Esdras 15, so I'm going to let this play, and after that I'll get some more videos and get some scriptures.
the federal agents have been informed that they have 48 hours to stand by and be ready to deploy. There will be tactical teams, there will be mini tanks, there will be other tools that they use in which they plan to do raids, as we saw in Los Angeles. So that information, it's actually pretty public. It has been out there and in fact on official channels. So that's what we are aware of. We have been coordinating with the state. We have been also coordinating with the county, making sure that we have open lines of communication. And Deputy Mayor Gatewood has been doing some additional discussions, coordination, and communications internally.
I spoke directly with the governor just an hour or so ago as he prepares for his testimony at the Oversight Committee. Spoke with the board president, Tony Preckwinkle. It's going to take all of us to stand firm to ensure that our democracy is intact.
We've received word that...
Salaki, that was the first video. Let's get the next one.
The federal...
Morning, Tickers. It's me, Mike. All right, now let's get into this because this is about ready to get really fucking ugly really fucking quick. They sent in the Marines. So, I'm kind of going against my feelings on this. I'm going to give all you rioters and all you protesters that are causing all the havoc, y'all are getting paid. I've seen Craigslist and stuff like that. They're offering you $6,500 to $12,500 a week. It is not worth it. I'm telling you right now. Once you fuck up and one of my Marines puts his hands on you and then a couple of your buddies come, the level of pain that is going to be brought down upon you is unfathomable. You will get fucking put in your place. You will get fucked up. And this is no joke, okay? Let me tell you something. Right now, because of Trump, Marines are bored. There isn't a country out there that wants to fuck with us. And if they do, and we send in the Marines, they are going to fucking destroy them. So I'm telling you right now, I am a Marine. I'm retired, but I'll tell you what, there's a fucking ton of fight still left in me, and as with every fucking Marine, all right? And, you know, we are not so much a branch of service, we're more like a cult. And we take fighting very seriously. We love it. That's all we do is we train to fight, and then we go and we fight. And then we come home, and guess what? You get 4 days off, you get a 96, and then you go back to training to fight to get ready for the next time. That's all we do. That's it. Period. And you are about ready to get your asses handed to you by the world's most elite, toughest, meanest. There are countries throughout history As I said, we don't mind messing with it. We don't mind fighting the National Guard or the Army, but the Marines, hell no. Hell no. Why? Because we don't stop. We don't stop. There are things that we've done in Iraq, in Afghanistan, that would just make you cringe. And then we joke about it because we think it's fucking funny. I wish some of you protesters could have been there in Iraq and Afghanistan with us and seen the level of fuckery that we do. So there's a game maker called Milton Bradley. This is back in my day. They made board games, Monopoly, Connect Four, chess. They made all these different board games. They made millions of them. Well, let me tell you something. The Marine Corps, we have more games than Milton Bradley ever thought of making, and we play them all very well. We will fuck with you on a level that is unprecedented. And Trump knows this. Trump knows this. Pete Hegseth knows this. Pete was Army. And let me tell you something. Marines, we serve right alongside with the Army. The Army, you have it throughout history as well. You have Army fucking generals fucking praising the Marines. You have Navy SEALs going on a bunch of these podcasts and doing interviews and stuff, and they're like, yeah, we're an elite group, but I'll tell you what, we love serving with the Marines. Why? Because we are the nation's pit bull. We don't fuck around. We will hunt you down, and we will fucking kill you. Period. End of story. That's it. We get told to do something. One thing that we fucking ingrained in ourselves, instant obedience to all orders. So when we got a goddamn fucking gunny or staff sergeant, fucking clear that house. Boom. We don't question. Roger that. Because questioning could delay, take time, and get somebody killed. Please understand, rioters. So this message is mainly for you. You are about ready to get the most epic ass whooping ever. It's already been greenlighted. Marines are already on their way down there. Okay? Freaking, once Trump invoked the Insurrection Act, that's it. Posse Comitatus is out the fucking window. It's out. And that means the Marines can go in to quell any fucking riot ever. Okay? Guess who protects our embassies throughout the world? Marines. Why? Why is it Marines? Guess who's the first ones to fight? The president gets a situation. Hey, we got problems in this part of the world. Send in my Marines. Send in my Marines. We are the first ones out there because we go out there and we fucking destroy everything. On the fucking rush to Baghdad, okay? When the Iraq War first kicked off, it was a race to Baghdad. And what do the Marines do? We go through and we kill everybody. Then the Army comes in and they police it because they have the numbers. The Marine Corps don't have the numbers to be a police force. We are the shot caller fucking troops. We go in and we just destroy fucking everything. Army comes in and is like, there ain't much left to fucking protect. Thanks, Marines. Appreciate it. Because that's how it is. The Battle of Fallujah, okay? Operation Phantom Fury. We had already fucking went through and took Fallujah, and we said, all right, we're done with this place. Army, come in, maintain it. Army was there for 6 months. Got their fucking asses handed to them because all the insurgency moved in. Then the Army general told...
Right, I'm going to get another video. He's just rambling on.
Fucking General Madison...
What if I told you that the chaos on our freeways isn't just about ICE, and the missile fuel being shipped from China to Iran isn't just about the Middle East? Because right now, America is under siege from within and from without. In the last 48 hours, Iran's supreme leader delivered a chilling threat to the United States, mocking our power, while at the same time preparing 800 ballistic missiles with Chinese support. That's not speculation, guys. This is already confirmed. And at the very same moment, protesters swarmed California highways, blocking ICE operations, attacking federal agents, and waving these foreign flags on U.S. soil. Now, ask yourself this. Is this a coincidence, or is all of this coordinated? Because something big is happening right now, and it's bigger than anyone is admitting. So today, I want to dive deep into the real reason that Iran is accelerating toward nuclear capability, why ICE agents are fearing for their lives in California, and probably more importantly, and whether these events are connected by design or by pure political negligence. So stick with me, guys, because we're going to reveal some shocking information, some statements from inside these federal agencies, and a warning from a 4-star general that will make your blood turn cold, guys. Now, this is not just a protest. This isn't just foreign posturing. This may be the most coordinated internal and external destabilization of the United States since 9/11. So let's go ahead and let's break it down real quick, because the truth is unraveling rather quickly. Now, if you appreciate the daily news updates, please take a second, hit the like button for the video, and subscribe to the channel. So let's go ahead and start with what the media is barely touching right now: Iran's 800 missile threat, and of course the red hand of China that's behind it. So while the mainstream is busy showing these protest signs on California highways and California freeways, I want to talk about what's quietly being confirmed, or has actually just been confirmed, by U.S. and Israeli intelligence just a couple days ago. Iran, well, they're importing thousands of tons of missile fuel. Yes, fuel for ballistic missiles directly from China. Why are they doing this is what you should be asking yourself right now. This includes ammonium perchlorate, a solid fuel oxidizer that, when weaponized, could give Iran the capacity to launch up to 800 missiles. And here is the kicker: this is not for later. Okay, this isn't stockpiling for some rainy day or something like that. This is active preparation happening right now as nuclear negotiations with the U.S. under President Trump have collapsed. Now, I want you to pause and think.
This is Second Esdras 15:35. They shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star, and blood shall be from the sword unto the belly. The stars are the Israelites, and the they that smite upon one another are is Esau and the other nations. You have to continue.
Think about this. 800 missiles is not a This is not a defensive move, guys. 800 missiles, okay? This is not a warning shot. This is a war posture. And where's all of this coming from? China. The same China that is coordinating with Russia, with North Korea, and yes.
This is Matthew 11:12, and it reads, "And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence. The kingdom of heaven are the Israelites, and the violent take it by force." So you see what they're doing to our northern tribe brothers and sisters. They're taking their families by force. Just pretty much what they did, prophecy being fulfilled, what they did in Deuteronomy. Let me see. It's Deuteronomy 28:32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be taken unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with all longing of them all day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
With Iran to challenge U.S. dominance globally. So while Washington, D.C. is distracted by the chaos on the ground.
Let's get another video.
Civil warrant in hand weekend, ICE and its federal partners executed the largest workplace enforcement operation in Nebraska. Roughly 100 individuals who ICE claims are here illegally were removed from their workplace. Many scattered when officials arrived. Some were hiding in freezers that hit sub-zero temperatures. EMTs were on hand and checked nearly every individual out to ensure that they were okay. One man hid in a wall compartment and refused to come out even with a canine on hand. Officers say that man pulled box cutters on agents. The district attorney tells us that he will be charged with assault on a federal officer. The owner of this company says that he used E-Verify. The many working for him were pulling the wool over his eyes by using the identities of U.S. citizens. Gary Rohr tells us that he essentially has to rehire his entire workforce, and he's worried about the business suffering.
These Edomites, man, they real devils. They don't care nothing about these people. And the owner, whoever that was an Edomite, so they let him go because they already knew what it was, especially when he said, yeah, they tricked me, I didn't know. Lying. So I'm showing these videos because what's next is war. Really, civil war's already taken place, but they haven't named it that yet. But the scriptures don't lie, and they always tell the truth. And what's next is war. And this is Yahweh and Yahweh Shah orchestrating everything that's taking place. So, with these things happening, it kind of puts the elder apostles and the prophets, preferably of Great Millstone, on high alert on what's coming next, because these things are happening and no one can stop them. This is Exodus 15:3. Yahweh is a man of war, and Yahweh is his name. So these things are about to really take place out here. As it Exodus, Salakia, 17:16. For he said, because Yahweh have sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And that's who is truly behind this, is Amalek. They know how to stay in the shadows and, and do everything that they're doing. But Amalek is definitely those people. Oh, boy. Salakia, excuse me. 1 Samuel 2:4, and it reads, the bows of the mighty men are broken, and they that stumble are girded up, that are girded with strength. Damn, computer's acting up. I'll get Job. What the hell's going on here? This is Job 34:24. And it reads, he shall break in pieces mighty men without number, and set others in their stead. So Yahushai, when Yahweh sends Yahushai, he's going to stop these types of things that's happening to our people, and he's going to put things back in proper order. And Esau will not be in rulership anymore to dictate what's going to happen. So this is definitely the last stages of the things that's going to happen to us. definitely in LA. Let's get another video.
I can't handle this, y'all. This is crazy, yo. I didn't think this was about to affect me like this. But, our neighbor's school, y'all know I work at a school.
Pues sí, y te parte y te rompe el corazón porque es gente trabajadora, es gente que llegó a los Estados Unidos a buscar una vida mejor, a buscar más oportunidades para solventar y para sacar adelante a sus familias.
Ese fue su único error, cruzar de manera ilegal, pero porque no tenían condiciones. Nadie se va para allá queriendo abandonar a los suyos, se van queriéndoles construir un mejor futuro. Y hoy, después de años de que primero estuvieron solos, fregándole, chambeando incansablemente como nadie quiere hacer de aquel lado, lograron llevarse a su familia.
This is Ezekiel 9:6, and it reads, "Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near my men, upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at their ancient men, which were before the house." So Esau is taking men and women, old and young, and children as well. They don't care about what you think or how you feel. The world is starting to see the two horns. Let me see something. You're starting to see Esau speak. Revelation 13 and 11. "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake like as a dragon." So they know because they have a short time, they have to speak, meaning their laws and their system is speaking and it's cruel. So they're starting to show you their horns and who they really are. They cannot prolong it any longer, as to say.
Familia, y que empezara a construir ese sueño. Y hoy, así, en esa detención, ese sueño se les acabó. Y por eso imagínate, en medio de la desesperación de saber si vas a volver a verlo, y no estamos exagerando, ¿cuántos años pasarán para que esa familia se vuelva a reunir?
Okay, let's get another video.
Y por eso le...
A civil war has already started in the United States. It is not declared, it is not named, but it is active and it is spreading. This war is not fought with armies on a battlefield. It is fought through power, through law, through jurisdiction. The federal government is overriding state authority. States are nullifying federal law. The legal system no longer functions as a unified structure. It is breaking into separate, competing systems. In California, the federal government deployed National Guard troops without the state's consent. In Texas, state leaders have declared that they will ignore federal gun laws. In Florida, state officials have removed federally mandated education standards. Several states are ignoring Supreme Court decisions. Other states are directly resisting executive orders. This is not politics. This is fragmentation of power. Militias are organizing at the local level. Some are supported by elected officials. Some are composed of former law enforcement and military. They are arming, training, and preparing for confrontation. In many states, they operate openly and without resistance. They are being treated as legitimate enforcers. The United States is dividing federal and state governments. This is how civil conflict begins in a modern...
All right, this is second Esdras 15 and start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another people, and swords in their hands. For they shall be sedition. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power, and a man shall desire to go into a city and not be able to. And this is what's going on right now. Let me see something here. Bear me 1 second, Israel. I'm trying to get these scriptures. Fine there.
country. It begins with parallel systems of power. This is not a future threat. This is the present condition. It is already happening. It is already here, and it will not be resolved peacefully. A civil war has already started in the United States. It is not declared. It is not named.
So I got one more video I'm going to play, and then I'm going to get a couple more scriptures, and that's it.
Let's start at the beginning. The powers that control the world have been endeavoring to find a way to control the world's population. In order to do this, their plan has been to establish a control grid that is run by emerging technologies, that it covers the entire world and connects every human body as a node on the network of that grid. The control grid they have established is called the Global Information Grid, which is a worldwide network of information transmission and associated processes, which includes all the infrastructure, which is your communications networks, electronics, software, and all databases in the world. It is on this same grid that they operate something called the Lethal Autonomous Weapons System, which is a system of weapons that are controlled remotely by people sitting behind computer screens, and sometimes they are even controlled by artificial intelligence. Included in these weapons are drones, killer robots, and electronic microwave weapons or directed energy weapons. These weapons are capable of, and are in use right now, not only to kill people, but also to control people's movements, influence their thoughts and behaviors, create various diseases in selected areas of society, control politics, control economies, and even control the weather and natural disasters. The way they connect every person's body is through transhumanism, which is essentially merging humans with machines.
See, so she's giving you the honest, true breakdown, and this is great because it's letting us see and letting us know what's really going on here. This is Daniel 12:4, and it reads, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase." That knowledge is science. Is what's increasing. Plus, we got wars and rumors of wars and hold up. Let me say let me get what Yahweh Shah said. Sleepy here. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be families and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Luke 21:11. And the great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence and fearful signs, and great signs shall be from heaven.
Transhumanism is being carried out right now on an unsuspecting public through various forms of nanotechnology. They have put this technology inside of people's bodies that hooks people up to the control grid. Now humans and their surrounding environments can be tracked, traced, influenced, controlled. This control grid overrides and violates every human right, every law, and every local government and constitution of every country in the world. It is what I believe the Bible refers to as the beast in the end times. If you were the ruling elite and you wanted to control people, you can't just murder them all at once or pack them away in a physical prison building. There would be too much conflict and your plan wouldn't work. So instead, you turn the society into an invisible prison and make it so people don't realize that they're in prison. And at the same time, you benefit from creating the prison by getting rich off of their labor, especially if you control the fiat. So, you can create money out of nothing, and then you can create the invisible prison where you control the population remotely. And this is what the control grid is. It's an invisible prison. People are now cattle, and all are being tracked and traced and manipulated or murdered with energy weapon technology. And they don't even know that they're in a prison grid. And they don't know that their bodies are hooked up to this grid. And they don't know that the illness, death, and other things that are happening are coming from invisible weapons that are being used on them. The reason why people don't know is because the governments that have been conspiring to do this have been launching massive psychological operations and propaganda campaigns using Tavistock brainwashing methods through controlled media, both mainstream and alternative. This has been going on to deceive the public and divert attention away from the prison that's being built around them and all the technology development that's being done to make the grid operate. This method is a military term called mosaic warfare, also known as net-centric warfare, and it's being carried out on the population right now. Now let me do my best to describe the layers of this control grid and how it works. We will start from the outer walls of the prison and work our way in. Surrounding the planet are satellites. Tens of thousands of them have just been launched into space starting in 2015 through 2017. A lot went up in 2017. That was on purpose. These are satellites of all different sizes, and most of them are in low Earth orbit. The satellites handle the bandwidth needed to do the surveillance on large populations, and all of this traffic is routed to all the 5G towers that were quickly put up at the same time. The satellites can also be connected directly to a person or a cell phone. From here, the geographical areas of the world have been sectioned off into what are called kill boxes. This is a military term that is defined as a three-dimensional target area defined to facilitate the integration of coordinated joint weapons fire. A city or town could be a kill box, or a building could be a kill box inside of a kill box, or your home could be a kill box on the control grid. The network then routes from the satellites or towers to your kill box zone, through all your local area networks, through your appliances in your house, your cell phone, etc. Then it routes into your body through the wireless body area network, which is a network setup made of various forms of nanotech, such as biosensors, that have been put inside of your body without your knowledge or consent. Data is sent from the cloud, which is a decentralized network of computers all around the world through satellites and networks into your body, which includes your mind, as your brain and its chemistry and all your behaviors are part of your body. And in return, data is sent from your body through these networks back to the cloud. The worst part of this is, not only is all of your physical and mental vital signs surveilled, but this technology can also write commands to your body, to your mind, and to society as a whole. There are codes for specific diseases that can be sent out onto this grid. I believe that there is a specific death algorithm that schedules people targeted for destruction based on various qualifiers set up by those who created this system. Maybe you're about to start collecting your pension, or maybe you want to have too many kids, or maybe you're a Democrat, or a Republican, or maybe you're a Jew, or a Muslim, or Christian.
Whatever they don't want in their new society of serfs could be programmed into their kill box directive. Then randomly in the same evening, scattered throughout various locations so it doesn't seem too suspicious, 1,000 people get targeted in their beds and die suddenly, programmed over the course of 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Those numbers add up, and those that are left are controlled at the push of a button, while their energy is harvested and used to power the very technology that is their prison. There's been a merger in technologies and the medical field so that when you took the injection, you took all the tracking and tracing devices with it in the form of nanotechnology, such as biosensors and graphene oxide, amongst many other things that they put in those shots. The nanotech is also activated and controlled through EMF, and it uses your body's own electricity to power itself. The network that connects the nanotechnology inside of human bodies to the internet control grid is called the Wireless Body Area Network. And even though you didn't know that you had tech inside of you that was connecting your body to the cloud, the IEEE has written standards for this called 802.15 and a series after that. Your body is naturally electrical. Your heart is electrical, your brain is electrical, and you have a natural electric field around your body called the biofield. All humans were born with one. It is the way God made us. Knowledge of this field was taken away from humanity through the Flexner Report in 1910. This was the same time and same event where all natural healing methods were replaced with the cut, burn, and poison methods of the satanic medical industry created by John Rockefeller. The same medical industry that would be used to control the world through the COVID pandemic and murder our loved ones in the hospital killing fields. So not only did this industry take away your basic knowledge of your natural biofield, but the emerging technology industry has spent decades hijacking humans' biofields with wireless technology, the result of which is sickness, disease, and death. The last 4 years of COVID have been a massive project to get everyone tracked and traced in their upgraded system. While this technology has been in development for decades, it wasn't working well enough. They needed to upgrade the system to go from dial-up to broadband on the entire network. In 2017, the infrastructure for the upgraded system was laid out, and all the emerging technology was put into place. The satellites went up at this time. The towers went up, and a lot of small nanomaterials known as metamaterials were put into place. No one even noticed in the real world, but in the industry, everyone knew about it, and hundreds of thousands of papers and technology patents were created around this new grid infrastructure. It was called the cyber-physical backbone, and it's what they considered to be the launch of the fourth industrial revolution. And then once they had their new network infrastructure in place, it was time to test the ability to transmit signals over the network. They needed to increase the signal, so they graphinated the entire population through the COVID injections.
Are you hearing these things she's saying? You must listen. Listen up. That's why I haven't interrupted her until now. She's saying a whole bunch of things that go corresponding with the scriptures.
The graphene was the load balancing on the new upgraded system. Now their upgrade is complete, and there are all sorts of things that they can do to people. And everyone's acting like everything's just fine. And we've all gone back to normal. I've heard ridiculous rumors and psyops that say, they're going to turn it off. Are you serious? Do you realize how much time, energy, resources, and market share have been invested in this industry? It's $1 trillion industry. There are millions of scientists and engineers all over the world with high-paying jobs employed in this industry right now. This is what so many kids are going to college for. It's two of the biggest and most corrupt industries merged, big pharma and communications. And you think that they're going to shut it off? What people don't realize is just how much control they have now over the population. They have been doing a lot of very public things to show you what they plan on doing with all that control. There's a Pentagon directive updated in January of 2023, DoD Directive 3000.09, which means all systems are now go on the autonomous weapons system, which will be used on the public. The president's 2023 budget requests nearly $2 billion for the National Nanotechnology Initiative, the largest ever request since its inception. You might want to read that. There's some really interesting stuff in there that they plan on doing with the nanotechnology. An executive order in September of 2022 calls for advancing biotechnology and biomanufacturing innovation. This is what they're calling biodigital convergence. You might want to look into this.
So I didn't really want to drag this too long. This is 2nd Esdras 8 and 50, and it reads, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." And this is you Egyptians, and this is also Shalaki, you Edomites, and also you Jake too. You're gonna definitely be destroyed, man. Things are going down, man. Obadiah, last scripture I forgot. I'm gonna shut it down. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitations is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? It's gonna be Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai and the angels. So Abba Rakhtaz, I'm not gonna continue to go on with her. Abba Rakhtaz, you were edified with this lesson, man. This is heavy, and Abba Rakhtaz put it in the thing, and check it out. So with that, I'm gonna say, call hello Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, B'Kah Shalom, salutations, double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone on down, and shalom to the elect, shalom.